Welcome guys, welcome to the channel and welcome to a brand new video today. And today's video is a preview of the Chelsea versus Burnley match, but we are not going to just talk about that. I'm going to talk a couple of things, the Europa Cup match a little bit, and also the few of the matches which we have this weekend in the Premier League, which will to a certain extent might affect us. So here we go. Let's start with the Europa Cup match. Now, yesterday's video I made about the Europa Cup, we actually talked about how we played, how though we won the scoreline, the 4-1 scoreline in the halftime, going to the halftime was pretty flattering, and in the second half it was not good. I talked about Pedro's game, though he scored 2 goals, one own goal was also, which was almost to be Pedro's goal, and one assist for Giroud. It looked like he had a good game as per the stats, but it was still a lot of things he and the other players could have done better, obviously conceding goals. So after the match, it's been a day after the Europa Cup match. I come across a couple of news. There are a set of Chelsea fans who are stating that they're overjoyed at the fact that we have made it to the semi-finals. You can see the Europa Cup on the horizon, just 2 rounds to go, and many people think that we can actually make it to the finals, play Arsenal. It will be an all England final, English team final actually. And then there are some Chelsea fans who are pretty concerned about the fact that how we are conceding goals, and we are conceding at the same time. It's not that we are conceding goals in the first 10 minutes or the last 15 minutes. It's at the same time after the half time, between the 46th and the 50th minute, continuously every match after match we're conceding goals. So we have two sets of Chelsea fans who are okay with the fact they're conceding, but fact still we are winning. Some people are saying that it can happen in league matches. Look at what happened to Man City. They expect one of the favorites to win the Champions League, and they got knocked out by Spurs at Etihad. I mean, it reminded me of the 2004 April. Remember this same time when we actually knocked out that invincible Arsenal team at Highbury. I remember that match in the Champions League quarterfinals. We went to Highbury and we beat them, Wayne Bridge, with that goal. 2-1 we won that match. It was on the 87th minute. It was impressive. It's not like that. Obviously, a lot of Chelsea fans will not like to say we are on the same page as Spurs, obviously. But, it's similar to it. So, in European matches, things like that can happen when you score and you win some matches when you're not expected to win, things like that. So we were also not expected to concede those goals, but saying that, it's still a matter of concern if you look at from how many times you're conceded after the start of the second half, right in the next 5 minutes or so, against Everton, against Cardiff, and against Liverpool. If you remember how in just a few days ago we conceded the goal in the 51st minute, Mane, and 53rd minute, Salah. And in this match, 51st and the 54th minute, it looks like the players are completely, Chelsea defenders and the Chelsea players are completely switched off. The very moment, the match starts in the second half, and at this same time, every match they're conceding goals. It's a very strange thing. But something we need to change, because about the Europa Cup, I'll tell you, Chelsea has been pretty lucky to play the teams we have played. We have played Dynamo Kiev, we have played Sparta Prague. Sparta Prague beat Sevilla in the last round before they played us. If you look at Frankfurt has gone ahead and beaten Inter Milan and now Benfica. So these are pretty tough sides to play. Frankfurt will be a really tough side, but the toughest side we are playing in the Europa Cup till now. We have hardly played any tough teams in the Europa Cup till now as such. If you look at Arsenal, why the Arsenal fans are overjoyed? I came across a couple of Arsenal fans who are overjoyed, over-thrilled, and they think they will win the Europa Cup. And I can understand to a certain extent why that is, because they beat Napoli. Now, Napoli is known for that attacking football, sort of the Sarri ball actually. And this Arsenal defense, which is like the Chelsea defense this season, has been leaking goals. However, they were able to stop Napoli scoring any goals against them over the 180 minutes, over the 2 matches actually. So this is incredible. No wonder they're over the moon. They feel that it is their cup to lose. Actually, they will win it. Simple as that. Whoever goes through from here, either Chelsea or Frankfurt. So saying all that, we have been a pretty lucky draw. Frankfurt would not be an easy team to play. we have to just tighten up our defense, tighten up maybe our commitment to the game. They're just Let's say how many matches we have. We have 4 matches remaining in the Premier League this season. Just 4 matches, starting with the Burnley match, Man United match, then Watford in the first week of May, and then we have Leicester, the last match of this season's Premier League. We got just 2 matches to go in the Europa Cup semi-finals. It's just 2 matches. If we advance to the finals, we have 1 more match. So total we have 6 to 7 matches remaining to the end of the season. I'm pretty sure the Chelsea players, the manager, the coaching staff knows about it, but still they need to pay a little more attention, a little more concentrate, commitment to their game, that they don't concede. And they're conceding at the same juncture. We cannot concede any goals. We have to be that tight. It is that important. It's just so much close. And this Europa Cup is our only ticket to the Champions League. If you look at it, the other 3 teams who are in the Europa Cup semi-finals, along with Chelsea, Arsenal are pretty much sure they'll finish top 4, unless they play really bad in the Premiership. I don't think they're going to drop much points. So 4th most likely for Arsenal. And if you look at Valencia in La Liga, they're 4th. I don't think Sevilla had a couple of good outings, but I think they have fallen off. So I think Valencia would be 4th. So they will also play in Champions League next season, just by the virtue of the league table. And same goes with Frankfurt in Bundesliga, they're 4th. So they will also be playing Champions League. So we are the ones who need this Champions League, because we are currently 5th as per the way it is. If we win our Premiership matches, there's a chance we will be 5th, still be 5th, if the other teams don't drop points, if the likes of Spurs and Arsenal don't drop points. So we are the ones who have to take more into this and think about, we have to win these matches, and Europa Cup is our number 1 priority. Europa Cup is easier to win than winning those 4 matches, because even if we win those 4 matches in the Premier League, there's no guarantee that we are going to get into the top 4 of the Premier League. So saying all that and keeping all this thing in mind, I'm not sure why the Chelsea players are conceding goals every time in the same time. And conceding goals in the first place was, Frankfurt would not be easy. They are a top-notch side. All German sides are tough to play, and it's not going to be easy for us to go there and get points. And remember, we have a match against Frankfurt on the 2nd of May, and we again have a match on the 4th against Watford at Stamford Bridge. So in 2 days we are playing 3 matches. It's similar to what we have in Boxing Day. In Boxing Day matches during Christmas, we played 2 matches in 3-4 days. But then that is like in the middle point of the season. We still have a lot of matches. Even if we drop points, we can catch up. However, this is that juncture of the season. We cannot drop any points. We cannot lose. If we lose, we are out, and our season is almost finished. But we can make this season great. I mean, all the negativity around Chelsea now, the 2nd year running, has been Sarri out or booed, or Jorginho getting booed by the Chelsea fans at Stamford Bridge. It's pretty depressing. It's not the right thing to do, but then these things could be set aside. If we win the Europa Cup, we go to the Champions League, transfer ban or not, it wouldn't matter if we play Champions League football. So the players, the management, the manager should actually speak to the players like, dude, these are the matches we have to make sure we don't concede. No matter what, don't lose your concentration. It's as simple as that. This is a must-win matches. Frankfurt will be very tough. We were lucky with Prague. I feel we are lucky, and in the second half we were not playing well. We really took it lightly in the second half, thinking that we are 4-1 up and they cannot score 4-5 goals. They did not, but they did score 2 goals, and it was not what we meant to be. We have the match against Burnley. We have to win. I'll come to that about it. Now, let's talk about the Premiership a little bit, how it actually affects us, this round of matches. By the time this video gets uploaded, we'll get to know who between Manchester City and Spurs win the match, because Manchester City is having a bad week, I think. I mean, if they lose or drop points against Spurs today again at Etihad, it will be game set match for them. I mean, they were one of the favorites and they got knocked out by Spurs 3 days back, and now if they again lose or drop points, I mean, they will say the Premiership bye-bye, the Premiership trophy bye-bye. Liverpool, according to me, deserves it. I feel Liverpool has been a better team, but Man City has been also great, no doubt about it. So, but I'm hoping Man City wins, because they would like to at least win this trophy at least. I mean, they could not do it. It will be a very bad season for them. So I'm saying that Man City wins. That means Spurs drops points. Spurs have a couple of players injured. Also, Spurs are in the semi-finals, which makes them 25% chance of winning the Champions League and a 50% chance of making into the Champions League final. So the stakes are really high for Spurs, and their players could be a little offside with the Premiership in their mind, because now they have to think of Ajax, which I think is the best team really. Ajax with almost no money spent on most of their players. I mean, this ultimate old school football, and nowadays football is all about money. You spend 100 million, 70 million, 120 million to buy players, but here is this one team without spending any much money. Actually, they're up there playing, beating the likes of Juventus, Real Madrid, and now with Spurs. But Spurs has more experience now for the last 3-4 years that they're playing in the Champions League. So their players, well, Harry Kane is out. I'm not sure how long he will be out, but their players, like the Spurs players, will be a little maybe thinking of that, the Champions League, how to make it to the finals and maybe winning it. So if they drop a little more points than just with Man City, it will be of our advantage. That is where I want to talk about. Also, same goes with Man United playing Everton on Sunday. And the fact is that Goodison is not an easy place to go for any team. Man City barely won. Liverpool dropped points, drew there. We lost. Arsenal lost. The way Manchester United is playing right now, there's a very good chance they will lose, which will also make sense. I think they will finish 6th irrespective. But then, Manchester United had good record at Goodison over the years, so you never know. You never know how it goes. Arsenal has a match in Crystal Palace. I'm hoping Arsenal will win it, because I think Arsenal is doing good enough to win that. But then Michy Batshuayi, if he gets a chance to play for Crystal Palace, he can actually do his parent club a favor by scoring a goal. And hopefully, if Arsenal drops points, they will also be thinking about it. If somehow they drop points in Crystal Palace or against Wolves away from home, it just benefit us. But we will have to win our matches. Hopefully we will. And now I'm coming to the main topic of the video, that is the Burnley match. It's a Monday night match. Chelsea playing at Stamford Bridge, number 5, against Burnley, who are 14th, but they're playing very well. Burnley last season, if you remember, 2 seasons back they got promoted, and Burnley last season got a very hot team. They haven't beat us as tough more. I remember last season they finished 7th. This season they were struggling to avoid relegation, but the last 3 matches they have won. So they have a very good form right now in the last 3 matches. They were like 30 points, and last 3 matches they won. They are now 39, so they're safe. But they have still 4 matches to go. They're pretty much safe, but they're playing well right now. So they might come here and try to gain a point. Always when you are one of those teams which are trying to avoid relegation, one of those teams which are just about there, you like to take points at the top 6 in the Premiership, just to show, and we went there and we got a point. It's always good. Their players like to play a little better when they play the top 6, so we cannot take them lightly. Our team has to be different. Now, coming to the team, I'll say that this is, as I said in the few minutes ago, 6-7 matches that all we have this season. The team that played against Brighton is more or less the team that should play. Rudiger, we don't know how much time he will take to come back. I hope he comes back before the United match on the 20th of April. I think that the team that plays against Brighton is more or less the team should start against Burnley. I will come to the team. Let's come to the team actually. So this is a match we have to win. 3 points is a must on this. If we win this 3 points, we'll go to 69 points, which is 1 short of the 70 points that we won last season under Conte, the entire season. Some people still say we are not playing that well. Well, anyways, so coming to the team, Kepa at goal, simple as that. For now, David Luiz and Christensen in the central defense. Once Rudiger is fit, he will also be needing, and there will be, one player will be going out, the other player will be coming in. This match, I think Emerson will still start. Emerson did not have a great match against Prague, but then I don't think Alonso should start. But you never know, Sarri might come up with Alonso for one match, but you never know. But on the side, Azpilicueta will start. He's the captain. In the midfield, Jorginho, Kante, and Loftus-Cheek should start. Jorginho has been good. I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but he has done a lot. Then he's getting a lot of bad things from the Chelsea fans, getting booed and all. But I think he's doing his job properly. His job is to do what he's doing. and is not that bad. So we cannot say he's really bad. Obviously, Kante was doing a better job at that same position. So obviously, some Chelsea fans will think that why not Kante that, but that's what Sarri thinks. That's how it's going. So I think Jorginho, Kante, Ruben Loftus-Cheek should be the three players in the midfield. The wingers is very interesting. I think obviously Hazard is going to play every match for the wing as long as he's there. At the other side, Hudson-Odoi, I think Hudson-Odoi should start, but then I feel that against Liverpool he might have not started. Maybe he should have played for the first 45 minutes, then would have been subbed, would have been better, because it was good playing with false nine, but I feel that he's just a little inexperienced to play against top sides who are doing so well, like the likes of Liverpool and Man City. But he will do better had he played with Prague, or once he plays with Burnley. I think Willian will also be one player who will be coming in and out of the team in the next 6-7 matches. And then in the strikers has to be Olivier Giroud who should start. But then I think, knowing that Sarri has a soft spot for Higuain, I will think that Higuain will come in 1 or 2 matches of the remaining 6-7 matches that we have. Higuain, I feel sad when I talk about Higuain. What a great, incredible player he was. And he is still, hopefully he still is. With Argentina, with Real Madrid, with Napoli, what an incredible striker. It's like so many Chelsea strikers on the last 10-15 years. Shevchenko, Hernan Crespo, another fellow Argentinian, someone like Torres, and a long time back, Adrian Mutu, if I remember. They started so great, Adrian Mutu, I remember. Same thing with Higuain. Same with Morata also. He started so well his Chelsea career. And you think that we have found our striker, and completely they are completely phantom. They completely disappear. And Higuain as well started so well, scored a couple of goals in one match. He scored 2 goals, and it was like, think about it. Just think about it. If Higuain was in form, and Hazard and Higuain playing, and we are going to Old Trafford in Manchester United on the 28th, with this current Manchester United team, which is not playing that good football, we could have easily got those 3 points. It's only our bad luck that we are not getting Higuain at the top of his form. But hopefully something happens. Maybe he gets more passes. He gets a game. He gets more passes from the players. Maybe he scores a couple of goals. He gets his confidence back. It will only be good for Chelsea. That's all about it. That's what we want at the end of the day, that our club wins. We get some trophies. We get back to where we were. But hopefully Higuain does some well. Hopefully Giroud, he's in good form. Hopefully he comes up with a couple of goals. We need goals, actually, big time. We need to win these matches. Now coming to the scoreline, it should be 2-1. I don't think it will be a 1-0, 2-1, because Chelsea has been leaking goals. So I'm expecting Chelsea to concede a goal. And it's sad to say, but it's true. That is the irony of the thing. Chelsea will concede somewhere or the other. We have to score 2 goals. Where it will come, I don't know. A masterclass from Hazard, or something from Loftus-Cheek, something from Giroud, maybe one of the other wingers, Willian or Hudson-Odoi. Something has to come in. We have to score at least 2 to 3 goals to be safe. But this is the team that I told you about. This is more or less the team which played against Brighton, and this is the team which should play the remaining 6-7 matches we have in this season. We have to take it tight. We have to be more disciplined as a defense, and overall as a team we have to be more disciplined. And hopefully some sanity comes and we stop conceding goals, especially after the halftime. We should not concede any goals, but especially after the halftime, something has to be done. We should not concede goals. Anyways, that's about it. I want to hear from you guys as always. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Arsenal win the Europa Cup, or we will win it? Do you guys think we can beat Frankfurt in the first place? Or what do you think about the weekend's matches? Who will win? Do you think Spurs can again beat Man City? Do you think Chelsea will beat Burnley? Because Burnley is hot. They are playing well. They're 14th right now. So let me know. The comment section is all you guys is. So until next time, hope Chelsea wins this match, Monday night match. Hope Chelsea goes and win the Europa Cup match. Ciao from my side. Bye-bye.